Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episodes 12 and 13 from She-Ra, the last episodes. Let's start with episode 12. This was a really nice episode with a lot of focus on Swiftwind, She-Ra's horse. Actually, Swiftwind is no one's horse. He is his own horse. And come on, he was a really good character. He's revolutionary and, he stands up for himself and for the other horses in the kingdom, and I completely love it. I completely loved his scenes. His scenes when he enters Glimmer's room was so funny, and he talked with Glimmer, he talked with Bo. Their reactions were priceless. Glimmer's mom reaction was also priceless. I mean, that was golden, and we learned a lot about Swiftwind, who he is, and his powers, and he was crucial to so that they could help She-Ra. And then we had Adora's part in this episode, which was also very important because Adora was learning a lot about the She-Ra lore. And one thing I found really interesting was that when she was talking with Light Hope, she learned a lot about She-Ra, and she felt very pressured because what she wanted to do isn't really She-Ra's mission, because the thing that she wanted to do, the fundamental thing, was helping her friends. And the She-Ra mission was actually getting all the princesses together so that they can defeat and protect Eternia. But that wasn't really what she wanted to do. I mean, she wanted to... The main goal of her own feelings was to protect her friends, to protect Glimmer, and her family and Bo. And so there was this duality inside of her. I liked that there were some funny scenes with them. I liked Light Hope's visual. It seems that she's inspired by Grace Jones because they look alike. They look really alike. And I think that there was like a very big inspiration on Grace Jones with Light Hope. But in the end, it was nice, learning more about She-Ra, learning about Mara, who was the last She-Ra before Adora. And I hope that they can, they can dwell on that a little bit more in future seasons, if there are future seasons, because that story can be really interesting. And it was all very fast, but it worked very well. And so in episode 13, they were able to take She-Ra away from that place. They were able to take Adora away. And what's the name of that princess? The crazy one with the hair. I forgot her name. But Entrapta. Entrapta, I don't really understand why Entrapta was doing what she was doing. There wasn't really an explanation for what was going on with her and her craziness concerning the tech. She was doing that just to learn about things. I don't know. Because she knew that what she was doing was very dangerous, and she was doing it anyway. I mean, I don't know. It didn't really make much sense to me. And Catra was behind all of this. Catra actually took the lead in this mission, and she wanted to destroy everything. And that's another thing that I didn't really understand. I know Catra has lots of problems and lots of issues concerning what happened with her and Adora, and she feels betrayed. She feels a lot of envy concerning what happened with them. She feels a lot of envy because Adora is like the chosen one and she's not. But I don't really understand, because in episode 13, she went on to Eternia, and then they start a big fight. The big showdown happened in episode 13. And let me just say, technically, I really enjoyed this episode. It was a very good episode. The animation was so nice. It was so fluid. There were so many nice action scenes in episode 13. And, this is one of the best episodes. Episode 13 was one of the best. And then there was a scene with Catra against She-Ra. There was this big confrontation with both of them, and I was starstruck because that scene was so good. And Catra is so strong; she's so powerful. And then for the first time, it seems that Adora was trying to actually fight against her. She was not afraid to hurt Catra. But Catra was so powerful that she ended up kind of like winning that fight. But, the Horde started attacking and there were so many things happening. And it was nice because in this episode we were able to see Net Rosa and her girlfriend using their powers for the first time. I thought that they wouldn't do anything. They would be like joke characters inside of the series, but they were not. They were actually pretty strong. Netta Rosa with her nets and Spinderella, I don't remember her name, with her wind powers, they were pretty strong, and that was nice. But Shira was almost giving up. She was beat, and she was almost giving up. But her friends were there to support her. And when things looked really down, all of the princesses came together so that they were able to fight back. And that scene with all the princesses fighting, come on, that was so good. I was like, oh my god, this is actually happening. And Glimmer, come on, Glimmer, you girl rocks. I love Glimmer. I don't know if she's my favorite. I think not. I think I like Perfuma a little bit more, but Glimmer, wow, that was just crazy. And I really liked Glimmer with her father's weapon. It feels like she actually she won that. It was supposed to be hers because of what she went through in the whole season, how she fought and how she was able to overcome so many things. And she was not being able to use her own powers, but she was able to fight. That girl's strong. She can fight. She can hold her own even without her powers. With her father's staff, she was able to defeat lots of people, and she was able to fight against all of them. She was even able to fight against Scorpia. Come on, that's a big thing. And, when all of the princesses came together, it seems like Shira actually fulfilled her mission. And, she was able to bring the two things together. Protecting her friends, that's what she wanted to do, and bringing the princesses together. That was her actual mission, the legendary mission. And, both things came together and she was able to protect Eternia. But she didn't do it alone, and that's what I liked. Shira was not like the main part of this. She was one that connected everyone, and she's very strong. Obviously, she also fought. She also used her powers, her sword. But in the end, everyone was important. All of the princesses used their powers, and, I loved it. Even the pirate guy with Glimmer, exploding and putting fire on the ship. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That last fight was... I loved it. I really loved it. And the whole kingdom was able to be protected. The queen was very happy, and now Glimmer is probably going to be like a leader to the princesses because she's really powerful now, and she grew a lot. But I feel like the one thing I don't really understand is Catra. Catra, she became really evil at the end. I know she's supposed to be the antagonist, but I never really thought that she was going to be the actual villain, And the mission that what she was trying to achieve was something really, evil. She didn't even care if Eternia would be completely destroyed and devastated. She wouldn't care about that. She was just... I don't even know how to explain this. She was just attacking and trying to destroy everything because of what she was feeling. And I thought that it was a little bit too much. I thought that they were going to try to humanize her a little bit more, but they didn't. And that surprised me. That surprised me a lot. But there are lots of things that we are supposed to learn in the next season, if there is a second season. I am praying that there is, because, come on, it was so good. But in the end, I thought that the way it happened and how it happened was really nice, the ending. And I am very curious to see the princesses learning that Entrapta is alive and working with the Horde. That's going to be really interesting to see. I'm curious to see their reactions. But, overall, She-Ra was an amazing season. I really liked everything. I really enjoyed the animation, the design of the characters. They're all very diverse. They're all beautiful. They're all different. And I love how they created different body types, different personalities, the characters are full of charisma. You know, they're full of charisma, and I think that this is a very interesting point of Shira. You know, after every episode we watched, we learned, we saw different characters, and we end up loving all of them, or at least almost all of them. You know, they all have their interesting sides. Some of them are funny, some of them are intriguing, but most of all, they have charisma, and that's what I really loved about this show. And I also loved the animation. You guys know I'm a sucker for big, nice choreographed fights, and it happened a lot over the whole season, but in this last episode, everything was amazing. So for me, She-Ra was a great experience, and now I'm waiting for season 2. Come on, Netflix, season 2 now. And please, Netflix, season 2 of Super Drags as well. Anyways, guys, I'm very thankful that I was able to finish my reviews. It's always a sense of fulfillment to me. I'm a procrastinator, and I usually don't tend to finish things I start. And when I finish something, I get really happy. So I am very happy that I was able to finish my She-Ra series. And I'm very thankful. If you watched until the end, thank you so much. And I'll see you next time talking more about Precure. And I'm excited for next season. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye bye.